Welcome everyone to another edition of Maldives Dive Sites. As you know by now, if you've been following the series, this is just an ad hoc series where, whenever I go to the Maldives, I record as much footage as I can to produce a small video, typically 5, 6, 7 minutes long, for you, my diving viewer, to gain an understanding of the site. So if you go there in the future, you would know what to expect. Remember, in the Maldives, the conditions change throughout the year. Visibility changes, the current direction changes, and the big stuff moves around depending on what time of monsoon it is. Don't take what I show you as cast in stone. That's why on all the videos I let you know what month it was. In the future, I may refilm the sites if I dive at a different time of year and it's completely different. How do I put these videos together? It's quite a simple format. I do a little description of what I saw at the start. I then film the dive guides briefing. Sometimes that's pretty good quality. My filming, not that the briefings always tend to be pretty good. I then edit that briefing down just to make it give you, so you get a flavour of the site. So I did have a couple of comments, oh, the briefings aren't very good. They are good. I would tell you in the video if it was a bad briefing. So just take it that the briefings are about double as long as you see at least, and you get a lot more information. But as I said, I just want to give you a flavour of the site. And then finally, I put together a montage of what we saw during the dive in the sequence of the dive. And you'll notice that a lot of the dives start off quite barren, particularly on the channel dives, because what the boat does is it drops you up water or up tide or up current of the channel opening, so you don't miss it. So sometimes you have a 5, maximum 10-minute swim if there's not much current to the mouth of the channel, if it's a channel dive, and then for the rest of the dive you have beautiful stuff. So that's just how I put these together. So let's get on to the next site. Fish Tank, a South Male classic dive. The dive site's right next to the jetty of an old fish factory which is still in operation, and over the years they've been throwing away all the scraps of the fish after they've cleaned them, and a whole gang of stingrays, I guess you could call them, have decided to colonize this dive site. In many ways it's a little bit like the Alimatha house reef where the nurse sharks have colonized that food source. This is a Marmite dive. And what's Marmite? For all the non-Brits and Australians, you either love it or you hate it. It's a bit of what I call a tank dive, because some operators, they'll take you down, like the operator I was with, put you in a circle, they'll get out a bottle of chum, and the stingrays will come in. Everyone's all over the place, and I don't like that. I absolutely don't like it. It's very difficult to organise. There's nearly always a little bit of current there, and you're on a slope. The best way to dive this site, as I did, you'll see some footage of what I call maybe the carnage, because I wanted to show you how the operators do it. But the best way is to break away from the group, go up near the jetty, look at the big morays that hang around the jetty. There's loads of them. There's morays all over this site. And then the stingrays will come in, and you'll see beautiful stingrays, beautiful formations as they come in around the jetty. They then go back down to the group, but you'll get some great shots. Other fish do come in. I was trying, you'll see a Napoleon wrasse. In fact, I spent a significant amount of time on the dive just seeing if he'd come closer, but he didn't. Apparently sometimes on the site you will get sharks coming in. Apparently there's a couple of resident tiger sharks and some other types of sharks. All the times I've dived it, I've never seen those, and I guess it might be a kind of, diver's rumour or whatever you want to call it. Maybe they do come in occasionally, but by no means are you guaranteed to see any sharks. The stingrays rule Fish Tank along with the morays, and it's a great site for that. So I hope you enjoy this one. I really enjoyed this dive. Once I broke away from the group, once I was with just me and TT, one of the dive guides, with the stingrays, we had a fantastic time. So enjoy the footage.
hopefully, if we're a little bit lucky, can see some rays, some stingrays. For sure, we're going to see some moray eels. Fish tank is located close to Male, where there is a small island with a fish factory. And at the end of the day, and during the day, while they're cutting the fish, they rinse it with water, and there's a pipe getting along the side which dumps the bloody water and rest into the ocean. And at the end of the day, they will throw all the fish heads and carcasses off the jetty, which attracts the rays and moray eels. So we have inside the channel, this inside the channel, so we can experience current here as well. And we have, it's a sandy area, we have some blocks where you can hook on your reef hook. As I said, there are many moray. Be very careful where you place your hands or where you hook your reef hook. Yeah? The whole wall is also interesting. We have some groups of fish on the wall itself, so if there is not much current, because we concentrate dive in front of the jetty, you can also head off a little bit to the wall and come back. If we go to the dive site map, you see it's getting from really shallow, 5 meters, all the way to very deep. We also in this area have a guitar fish living, and we do sometimes see tiger sharks here as well. Not that often, but there is one for sure, one, maybe two, living in this area as well. If we are lucky today and there are many rays, please, stay still. They will fly over you, around you, under you. Sometimes there are hundreds, sometimes there's none. So depending on the time of the day, we are a bit early. It is a nice surprise when they come in. So, if we have an outgoing current, this is a harbor, so boat traffic can occur. So we stay low underneath, and then we deploy our SMB here, and we get picked up down there. Yeah? If it's an incoming current, then it's no problem. We're going to be picked up in this area.